All right. So let's do a real world review on the Spina Scorner Pro. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Big Ball Vlogs, Big Ball Shooting, Big Ball Entertainment, BigBallHoldingCompany.com, coupon code, grand opening for 10% off. But today we're here at the range to do the real world. I think I've got maybe, I don't know, at least 300 rounds through it. A real world review on the Spina Scorner Pro. The last time I did a review on this one, I accidentally deleted the range video. Oh, actually, I didn't even shoot the range video. Don't know, but didn't have the range video footage, so I talked about it at the tabletop, and now I'm at the range. And I've got about 300 rounds to it, so I want to give you an update on the Spina Scorner Pro because, all in all, I think it's a decent optic for the cost. I think I probably spent like what, $100 for it. But, you know, how's it work? How's it run? What are the pros? What are the cons? The things that you're going to get from shooting it and spending some time on it. I think I got that information, and I want to run them through with you. So first off, we've been out running drills, and I've been using the Spina, and I've been doing like real world stuff, like racking it off of tables and racking it off the berms and, you know, kind of, you know, beating it, but not beating it up. It still looks really good, and seeing if whether or not I can easily break that solar panel and shooting, you know, some rounds through it to, you know, really get, you know, to see whether or not this thing is going to hold at zero for, you know, the actual time frame of me shooting it. And what I can say is so far, the optic's been holding up. I've been, like I said, I haven't been running, you know, thousands of rounds, but I've at least put 300 rounds to this thing, and the optic's been holding up. But there are some pros and there are some cons to it. So pros, looks good. I actually ended up mounting it to the Springfield Echelon. It is RMR footprint, mounted like an RMR optic should be mounted, and there were no issues so far. Clicks, adjustment clicks, very tactile. It's been holding at zero. I have had no issues with it. Battery, side mounted battery. I'm going to point this down, side mounted battery, so I don't have to worry about taking it back off to put another battery in it. And it's got some really, really nice glass. I think I would consider this what they would say like HD glass. I see no color change. It looks really good with a slight amount of parallax when I'm looking down range. And right now the sun's coming directly at me. And what I don't get is like on some optics, because they have a coating on them, I don't get that like blurry red haze that you get if it's got a red coating on it. This glass looks like it is clear at the targets I'm pointing at downrange. Size, very big window. Out here shooting with it, being able to kind of like pick up on those targets really quickly is definitely a plus. And then again, another plus is that it has a solar panel mounted on top. So in the previous video, I didn't know how that solar panel worked, and now that I do, I want to explain that to you, because now we're getting into some of the things that could be actually kind of concerning, or maybe, you know, to some. As a budget optic for about $100, maybe not to some, but for some, it may be something that you want to know. So, solar panel. The way the solar panel works is that if I hold the positive button or the power up button for like 2 seconds, I am going to get a flash of the optic reticle. And that means it's either going to go into solar panel mode or it's going to be into battery powered mode. So right now I've got it in the solar panel mode, and the sun is right over me. And the negative point on this is when it's in solar panel mode, you cannot adjust the brightness of the dot. And it is the brightness of the sun. It is way too bright. I mean, even in bright light situations, this dot is so bright right now that it is almost like blurry with my glasses on, because it's starbursting from all of maybe the smudges on the lens. And I cannot adjust that. I cannot really even, I mean, nah, it works. I mean, on the close range targets, I can pick them up really quickly and easily, but on a target way back there in the back, which is 65 yards away, I can't really make it out, because that light, that dot is so bright that I can't really even see it. It's just a distraction. Now, if I cover it, the cool thing about this is, don't know how this works, but for some reason, when I cover it and even block out the sun, I am still able to get a tiny little dot. And I think that's pretty cool, because if for some reason, if I were going into a situation where I'm outdoors, or I got, you know, ambient light, which is going to power the solar panel, which is going to, from the solar panel, which is going to power the optic. If for some reason I lose that sun, I still got a dot, which is cool. I mean, if you're using this for self-defense purposes, you're indoors, the power goes out, you don't want to be fumbling around with it. You still got a tiny little dot, which is going to be perfectly fine for shooting in low light situations. But again, the negative part is you cannot adjust that dot when it's in solar power mode. Now, if I hold that again, 3 seconds, get the flash, now it is in battery power mode, and I get to go through about 8 different levels of intensity, which are, I think, like 6 are adjustment for regular, I don't know, light situations, and then 2 are night vision. I can't remember how it works, but now I have the ability to adjust the brightness of the dot. From the company, I reached out to the customer service. They said that when it is in battery power mode, I should be able to use shake awake. So after putting this down for about 5 minutes, it should shut off, and I should be able to pick it up, and it should come back on. I'm going to say that I've tried that, and it seems to stay on all the time. Put it in the safe, lay it down flat on the side. I go to look in the safe to see if it's on, either in solar panel or in battery power mode, and it seems to be on all the time. It doesn't seem to shut off. So what I do is, just as a safety precaution, is I turn it down to the lowest setting so that I don't burn through the battery. The battery's supposed to last like 50,000 hours, which is like 5 freaking years on the lowest setting. So I shouldn't have to worry about it, but who knows? Because again, the specs that they give you are not always, confirmed or accurate. So being out on the range, like I said, I've been really just putting rounds through this thing to see if it holds at 0. And right now, it has been pretty much holding at 0. I'm only running 5 rounds in this. It's pretty much been holding at 0 for about 300 rounds. Again, not only have I been running it to see if it holds at 0, I've also been, smacking it around, optic racking it, just trying to do everything I can to see whether or not it's going to lose a 0. But it's been holding 0. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. So positives, very nice looking optic, decent glass, solar panel, seems to have some decent amount of features. Negatives, when it is in solar panel mode, it's the brightness of the sun, can't do anything with it, and you can't adjust it, is a negative. And negatives, really, there's not much. So just want to give you, like I said, a real world update on the Spina Scorner Pro, because I'm liking it. For $100, I think I will run them. The fact that it has a decent solar panel on top, it looks like a real decent optic. And as far as running it in real life situations, I have not had any issues so far. Put one more magazine in, give it some more run. I don't know. See, I'm really trying to hit that target, but I can't see it with my freaking glasses. I can't see what the bullets are hitting. Let's try it again. 65 yards out. There you go. Yeah, bottom of the plate. 65 yards out. Let's try this one out. I mean, that one's 50, but let's try the 50-yard plate. Bottom of the plate, exactly. Okay, so now I got my hole. And I only got like 5 or 6 rounds in each one of these mags because we were running drills with them with 5 or 6 rounds. Let's try this triangle plate right here. It's about 8 inches. I hit the beam, but I didn't hit the plate. So I was aiming a little bit too low, which gives you an indication of how dialed this thing is, because it's got a freaking fence post nailed into the ground to hold that plate. So let's try a little bit higher. Missed that one totally. Don't know where that one went. And I am out. So that's it, everybody. Just want to give you an update on the Spina Scorner Pro. Decent optic, $100. Link in the description below. Picked up off of Amazon, but you can pick it up off of other websites. Peace.
Gunman, baby.